Hi everybody, it's Cheryl. I am going to do a quick screencast here just to show you how to manipulate the graduation card hat for the different versions of the graduation card. So you can either use this as a thank you card for your grad to write to their gift recipient, or you can also use this as a card to give a grad. You just change the thank you to a congratulations or something of the sort. So to get started, what I'm going to do is upload my graduation hat into Cricut Design Space, and I have a tutorial that goes through this step by step. I will put it in the description link. Okay, so here we have our file. This is our graduation card, and what I'm going to do first, while all 4 layers are selected, is I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to walk you through the first version right now, which is making a card with the front that looks like a graduation hat, all colorful, cut out of colored cardstock, and the back is going to be all white, and we're going to use that for the area that your grad can write their thank you message. And we're also going to use the Cricut pens to write on this back side here, just as a fun option. So to do that, so this is the file that's going to stay like it is. We're just going to leave that little guy over here, and this guy is going to be what's going to become our back of our card. So what I need to do here is I need to select the tassel and the button, and I'm just going to delete those. We don't need those. Now I'm going to select both the top and bottom of the graduation hat, and down here in the layers panel I'm going to click weld. Now you see it's one solid piece. So we are going to use white cardstock for this, so I'm just going to change it so that it's easier to see. You kind of visualize how it's going to look. Now, this guy right here is going to go on top. He's actually going to go on top of the white guy. So if we're going to write with pens on this front side, we actually need to mirror this white piece, because I made this graduation hat myself, and it's not 100% symmetrical. So to get it to fit properly, when we cut it out, we'll need to flip it over. So to do that, all we're going to do is, with our welded design selected, come up here to the top toolbar, and we're going to click the down arrow for the flip, and then we're going to flip it horizontally. It flipped it for us. That's perfect. So now we're ready to go adding our writing. So for the text, I also have a tutorial on how to use the Cricut Pens step by step, but for now I'm just going to write thank you, and I'm going to come up here and show you real quickly. I'm going to come over, I clicked on my fonts, and then I'm going to come over to the right hand side and click filter, and I'm going to select writing. This is going to show me all the fonts that will write for me. I'm going to choose algebra. I really like that one, and I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to bring it over here and kind of line it up on my card. And I want it a bit smaller. Oops. So here we go. Perfect, right? And then I thought it'd be really cute, so you can have thank you here written, and then they can write whatever they want. And then I thought it'd be really cute to put love in their name at the bottom. And so to do this, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm also going to use the new text tool, which is super awesome. I have a tutorial for that too, and I'll link to it. And for this one, I'm going to use Be Mine. Let me scroll down here. Okay, and also just a note, any of the fonts with this little A next to it means that it's available through a Cricut Access subscription. I highly recommend it. You can use, there's different ones. There's an Access just for fonts, and there's an Access for, there's different levels of the Access that you can choose. And just what it does is, while you have, it's like a monthly subscription, and you get access to all of the items with that little A. Totally worth it for me. So for this, all I'm going to do first is just make it smaller. And then I'm going to bring it over here so I can see how I want it. And then when you have your text selected, the text toolbar pops down for you. And here is curve feature. So we just select the curve feature, and then I'm just going to use the slider. If I go negative, it curves it upwards like a smile. And if I go positive, it curves it downwards like a frown. So I'm just going to curve it a bit, and then I'm going to move it just so I can see how it looks. And I think that that looks super cute. So see how the writing just kind of fits the bottom of the hat. And then I can also come up here and I am going to remove the spacing between the letters so it looks more like a script. So right here, how cute is that? Now I'm going to select all 3 items and come up here to align and center horizontally so that everything is centered. And last but not least, I want to show you what happens if we click Make It from here. If we click Make It, you'll see that your text is not on your graduation hat anywhere where you need it to be. That's a problem. So to make it where we need it to be, again, we're going to select all 3 things. Down at the bottom of the Layers panel, we're going to click Attach. Now let's click Make It and let me show you what happens. Now you can see our writing is exactly where it should be. So then I can show you a quick video really quick here how the Cricut actually writes and then it cuts. So now I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the second version. And this version is a little bit easier to do. You don't have to cut all the separate pieces out and make an extra piece and glue them on and all that. What we're going to do for this second one is we're going to select all 4 layers of the graduation hat and we're just going to click Weld. Now it gives us a solid surface to use. So let's say we're going to make a gold one. And let's say we also want to, we're going to write thank you on the front of our card using our Cricut. So I'm going to make this bigger and I'm going to center it in the card just like I did, just like I did before. I'm going to select both and I'm going to align center horizontally so they're all together. And then I'm going to attach. And now this solid card, since you're using a solid piece of cardstock, you have thank you written on the front, and then your grad can flip it over and they can write their thanks on the back. So there's not a way to use the Cricut pens on both the front and the back, but I don't think that's a problem. You can have thank you written really cute in whatever font you like, and then the back they can write what they want. So that version is much easier, much quicker, but if you want the more detailed version, you have that option too. So I just like to, I like the files to be pretty versatile. And originally I made this file as a cap and diploma, and I made it into a banner. So I'm going to link to that in the bottom too. So just like to give people options for what they can do. So there are 2 ways that you can make a card, and I'm going to show you one last tip, one of my favorite tips. I'm going to delete these just to get it out of the way. So we want more than one, right? I mean, you have more than one thank you. So I'm going to click here, select my thing, and I'm going to click this duplicate several times. Now you don't have to worry about arranging these anyway, because I'm going to show you how what Cricut does for you. It automatically fits them onto mats. So if you wanted more of these thank yous, if you wanted a smaller thank you, you could fit more on a mat. You know, you could resize them. But here, all I had to do was just click that duplicate button several times, and it'll space them out for me, which is a huge time saver. So that is my little tip for duplicating these designs. Thanks. Happy graduation crafting.